America's first black astronaut candidate has finally made it to space.
90-year-old Ed Dwight made his first trip into space on Sunday, along with 5 crewmates aboard Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket for a 10-minute flight. The former Air Force captain was passed over by NASA in 1961. He has now made history by becoming the oldest person to travel to space.
Let's talk with Derrick Pitts. He's the chief astronomer at the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia. Derrick, thank you very much for joining us. Anyone who's seen an interview with Dwight falls in love with Dwight. He's got such sparkle to his eyes, and the pictures of him in youth, he was clearly talented, clearly smart. You know, 20 years went by, more so, before the U.S. put a black astronaut into space. So there was a lot stacked against Dwight. What do you know about his history there? What stands out to you? What do you love about this moment?
What I love about this moment is that he finally got to make it to space, you know, after waiting for such a long time. And it really does culminate for him, you know, what was an incredible career as a pilot, as a test pilot. And so I think the things that he had to face in the 1960s, the racism, the preferential treatment of others beyond him, just the idea that he wasn't eligible for this because of his skin color was a really terrible thing and overlooked his tremendous talent. So I think it's a telling thing to see that, you know, after 20 years, you know, Guy in Blooper was the first to actually get there. And I think it was really wonderful for Dwight to go yesterday.
Hey, Derrick, you bring up such a great point. I mean, the fact that the Air Force had to recommend him to NASA shows you how good he was at that moment and what the Air Force knew of the quality of his candidacy. And it's a shame NASA didn't take it on a fair and even playing field at that time.
Well, it was all a political thing. The reason why he didn't get there, and he had the support of President Kennedy at the time, which is a tremendous backing. But after the Kennedy assassination, all of that support just sort of dwindled away, and no one was willing to take the leap forward to have a black astronaut step forward and actually be trained and be sent to space. So we've made tremendous strides since then, which is wonderful. I'm really happy that Dwight has been able to be around to realize history.
And we're all glad to watch it, but tragic how short ago that history was. So these flights are becoming way more routine. How important are they to the future of space tourism, which so many people are so eagerly waiting for?
Well, the space tourism events that we see nowadays with the Blue Origin flights and the other flights that we're seeing are really opening the doors to showing that space is more easily attainable, that it is easier to get to space than it ever has been before. And it also opens the door for other commercial entities to open space as well. And that's all really important to driving down the cost, getting rid of the barriers, making it seem as if it's easier to do. It's still a challenge, and it is still risky. But the more people that get into it, and the more of the challenges we answer about this, sort of like the easier it will become for us to do this. On the other hand, this will expand our ability to explore the rest of the solar system as well. So these things go hand in hand to opening up the space frontier.
Hey, Derrick, do you know anything about this Starliner launch that was also coming this weekend? What's the latest on that mission?
Right, Tony, the latest on the Boeing Starliner is that since this is a capsule that hasn't been tested with humans before, what the engineers are trying to do is to beat down the risk, reduce the risk, get it down to as close to zero as possible by taking care of any little malfunctions that seem to pop up during the run-up to launch. And this is part and parcel of space flight testing. This is not unusual. We shouldn't think of it as being detrimental to the Boeing reputation or the Starliner reputation. If we have humans aboard, we need to do everything we can to make sure that the flight equipment is as safe as possible and the risk is as low as possible. So they'll be ready when they get there.
Safety first. Derrick Pitts, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.